Hi students, I am Dr. Bhavana. In this lecture, we are going to deal about the topic called as Animal Kingdom. So in the last class, we already have started about the Animal Kingdom as well as we have done few specific topic that is about the different types of symmetry, different types of diploblastic and triploblastic animals, different levels of organization and all. So today we are going to continue about the same topic because animal kingdom is a very large topic actually. So it takes many classes for you to understand as well as it is very long chapter and you should read 3 or 4 times because all there will be numerous scientific terms only in this. All the scientific names of animals. Mostly animal kingdom is in the first year topic. Major questions will be asked in this animal kingdom as well as some topics now they have segregated in human system also into first year as well as second year also. So you should be very thorough regarding this aspect. So I want you all to be very thorough regarding this aspect as well as now you should deal in detail about this topic. Now we have completed about the two important phyla. They are nothing but phylum Porifera as well as Ctenophora. Important points that you should remember about Porifera and Ctenophora is nothing but Porifera means anything that is related to sponges. We say it as Porifera. As well as another topic about Ctenophora, two important points is it exhibits ciliated comb plates as well as it exhibits a property, a specific property that is called as bioluminescence. Bioluminescence means nothing but it emit large amount of light. So that is also very important and you should remember regarding that. Only two important points in Ctenophora, ciliated comb plates as well as bioluminescence. In Porifera, which you should remember is coinocytes, a special cells are present where through ostia they will enter the body and they will leave out of the body also. That is through osculum. Through ostia they enter into and through osculum they move out. So you should remember in specific regarding that as well as about the spongiocele, the body cavity which is present as well as about the cells which line the spongiocele is nothing but choanocytes. These are the three important points which you should remember as well as scientific names also. That is pleurobrachia as well as stenoplana for Ctenophora. Another one about the Porifera is nothing but all the sponges, Euspongia, Spongilla, as well as Cycon, Scypha. These all scientific names. 3 or 4 times if you read only, you will get. So be thorough with that. Next we are going to start with the another phylum that is nothing but Cnidaria. Cnidarians. Cnidarians, a brief introduction I have given in the last class. That is coelentrates. Brief introduction I have told you. Here we will deal it in detail about that. So in the ctenophores basically, coelentrates. Ctenophores as well as coelentrates will come under the cnidarians only. So basically we have done about ctenophora. Now we are going to deal about coelentrates. So in this coelentrates basically they are aquatic. That is, they mostly live in water. Fresh water or marine water? They are marine water animals. Write it in an order so that you can remember very nicely. I am giving you the specific important points to be remembered. So they are first one, they are aquatic. Next, they are freshwater or marine means they are marine. So these all are marine animals. That is, they live only in water. Another main example is nothing but they are free swimming or sessile. Means they will be at one place or they may be moving. So sessile or free swimming. That point you should remember. Next, under which classification they come? That is, they are diploblastic animals. Diploblastic. Diploblastic means what? Only two layers are present. One is ectoderm and one is endoderm. Only two layers. Mesoderm, a middle layer, is absent. After this phylum, that is, we have done till now Porifera as well as Cnidaria. Porifera, they are not any animals. Only these Cnidarians are diploblastic animals. From the next phyla after Cnidarians, all are triploblastic only. So that's why before class only I have given evidence that which are diploblastic, which are triploblastic. If you read that, this will be easy for you to answer. So this is about the diploblastic animals, as well as they exhibit which type of symmetry. Cnidarians, that is Ctenophora as well as coelentrates, both exhibit only one symmetry, that is nothing but radial symmetry. Radial symmetry. Radial symmetry means what? Radial symmetry means nothing but they can be divided into two equal halves. In any plane they can be divided. When it comes to normal before, that is sponges, porifera, only they exhibit asymmetrical, but here they exhibit radially symmetry. Only these exhibit radial symmetry as well as diploblastic nature. Important neat question to be remembered. They exhibit diploblastic property as well as radially symmetry, which Ctenophora as well as Cnidarians. Important points to be remembered. After that also, only one will exhibit radial symmetry, that is nothing but echinoderms. There's all the starfishes and all which will come under echinoderms. They will also exhibit radial symmetry. These will exhibit the next, all animals will exhibit the bilateral symmetry. Only these will exhibit diploblastic radial symmetry. Another radial symmetry is by echinoderms. So two important points, very much important to be remembered. So this is about the main points, as well as now there is specific feature for that of Cnidarians. That is nothing but Cnidaria. By name only we can understand. That is, numerous cnidocytes are present on the body. Cnidocytes. Cnidocytes means nothing but their tentacles are present on their body. Numerous tentacles. So what is the use of these tentacles? Tentacles play a very important role in defense mechanism as well as capture of the prey. Defense mechanism as well as capture of prey. That is numerous, it will serve as defense, that is to protect themselves from different dangers. It is very useful. When it is also useful for capture of the prey, that is it will capture and eat all organisms. So this is very important. Cnidocytes, a specific feature for Cnidarians, is nothing but presence of cnidocytes, that is tentacles are present on the body. They are useful for defense as well as capture of the prey. So these are the two important points that you should remember. Another important point is they have corals which are present on their body. The body is very tough for them. It is made of calcium carbonate. This calcium carbonate is very useful for them. That is, the body exoskeleton is made of calcium carbonate. That is nothing but corals. Corals made of calcium carbonate. Important point that you should remember. So we are going in an order. Next, digestion. Digestion is both extracellular as well as intracellular. For Ctenophora also, digestion is both extra as well as intra. Both will have same specific features. That is, Ctenophora as well as coelentrates, both will have same features. Digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. Both are diploblastic. Both have radially symmetry. sessile, marine, aquatic, everything is same. But what is the main difference that you should remember? Main difference is nothing but only they will have bioluminescence as well as ciliated complex. These will have cnidocytes which are useful for defense and capture of the prey, as well as corals which are made of calcium carbonate also, the specific feature. Next, I'll write here digestion is both extra and intracellular. Extra and intra. Digestion is both extracellular as well as intracellular. That point is done. So these are the main points which you should remember. Aquatic, marine, sessile or free swimming, diploblastic, radially symmetric, cnidocytes, defense, corals, calcium carbonate, free swimming, as well as digestion is both extra and intracellular. Next, in the same Cnidarians topic only, these Cnidarians are divided into two forms. Two main forms are present. They are nothing but polyp as well as medusa. Polyp are sessile and cylindrical forms. Sessile and cylindrical. Whereas medusa, sessile opposite what? Sessile means constant. They are free swimming. Medusa are free swimming. Sessile and cylindrical, free swimming and umbrella shaped. Sessile and cylindrical, free swimming and umbrella shaped. So sessile and cylindrical, as well as like this, they are present. All are these nothing but they are cnidocytes which are present. Polyps means nothing but sessile and cylindrical forms. When it comes to medusa, they are nothing but umbrella shaped. Umbrella, they appear as mushroom shaped. So they are umbrella shaped as well as free swimming. Another important point for both of them is they exhibit a central body cavity that is called as hypostome, where mouth opening takes place. So a central mouth opening called hypostome is present. Central mouth opening called as hypostome is present. So this is sessile and cylindrical. These are free swimming and umbrella shaped organisms. As well as another important point which you should remember is polyps are converted into medusa. Polyps are converted into medusa asexually. Asexual forms. Asexually, polyps are converted into medusa. Next, medusa are converted into polyps sexually. Polyps are converted into medusa asexually. Medusa are converted into polyps sexually. That you should remember. Sessile cylindrical forms, medusa forms. These are converted into each other. That point you should remember. So main points what we have discussed about cnidarians is first thing, the aquatic organisms. Next, they are marine organisms. They are sessile or free swimming. They are divided into polyp as well as medusa forms. Polyp means sessile as well as cylindrical. When it comes to medusa, it is nothing but free swimming and umbrella shaped organisms. Polyps are converted into medusa asexually. Medusa are converted into polyps sexually. So these are tentacles, numerous tentacles are present. What is the use is defense as well as capture of prey organisms. medusa, as well as cnidocytes play a very important role. Second one you should remember is about the corals. Corals exhibit a special property called as calcium carbonate. Exoskeleton is made of calcium carbonate. Another important point is central mouth opening, a cylindrical form is present, that is nothing but hypostome. So these all are the main important points that you should remember for cnidarians. Next we will go to examples of the cnidarians. What are the main examples that are related to cnidarians? The most common examples of cnidaria are, all are scientific names. You should remember very clearly regarding this. First one is nothing but Physalia. Physalia is also called as Portuguese man of war. Portuguese man of war. Next, Adamantia is nothing but sea anemone. Sea anemone. Third one, Gorgonia. Sea fan. Pennatula. Pennatula is nothing but sea pen. Gorgonia sea fan, Pennatula sea pen, as well as Meandrina. Meandrina means nothing but brain coral. Brain coral. So these are the 5 important examples which are given in your NEET textbook. I want you all to remember more regarding this, because see, till now we have done all the another systems like human digestive system, respiratory system, that is all you can remember through, suppose pharynx, trachea, everything you can remember clearly. When it leads into, there will be some logic that is related to that. But here when it comes to all this animal kingdom, this 3 or 4 times you should read. And another important point that you should remember regarding this is nothing but you should remember that all scientific names you should verify, because it is very difficult for you if you don't, because all these questions are asked in NEET so many times. So these all you should remember, read 3 or 4 times so that you can remember all this. Because it is these all we can't remember through a logic. You should repeat 2 or 3 times, then you can take it into which classification. I am telling you a easy way to remember is nothing but I am going in an order. After I complete this full animal kingdom, just make a flow chart and write different points. You can remember as differences very easily. So that thing I want you all to do. But for now, till now we have done with the 2 completely. We have done with 2 phyla. So remember this. Examples is nothing but Physalia. Physalia is also called as Portuguese man of war, which is also called as Portuguese man of war. They may ask in NEET, or they will ask in NEET. Physalia have a special property called as cnidocytes. Yeah, true or false, like that they will ask. So that is the important point, and to which phylum it belongs. So you all should remember the scientific names. Physalia. Next, Adamantia means nothing but sea anemone. Gorgonia, sea fan, pen we write. So it is also called as Pennatula means sea pen. When it comes to Meandrina, it is brain coral. You both can remember, these two you can remember at a stretch. Gorgonia sea fan, it resembles like a fan shaped one. Pennatula, it resembles like a pen, sea pen. Meandrina, corals. Corals means nothing but body skeleton is made of calcium carbonate. So this you can remember, brain coral. Physalia, only remember that one. Adamsia is nothing but sea anemone. Like this, numerous in the sea it will be visible. Numerous tentacles will be present. So like that you can remember these 5 examples that are related to cnidarians. Next phylum is nothing but Platyhelminthes. Phylum Platyhelminthes. So in the main phylum Platyhelminthes, they are also called as flatworms. Flatworms. They are called as flatworms because the body surface is very flat for them. From here it will be changing. From here all are triploblastic animals. That is both ectoderm, endoderm as well as mesoderm. All the 3 layers are present. So they are called as triploblastic animals. Another important thing you should remember is they exhibit a which type of organization. Till here, that is cnidarians, they exhibit tissue level. When it comes to sponges, they exhibit cellular level. Next, tissue level. What is the third one? It is nothing but organ level. So these exhibit organ level of organization. Organ level. Not organ system level. Organ system level from annelids it will come. But for Platyhelminthes as well as Aschelminthes, which we will deal in the next one, they both have organ level of organization only, normal organ level. That is, numerous tissues are organized to form one organ. So in the Platyhelminthes. Next, from here, they all exhibit bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means nothing but they can be divided into 2 equal halves in only one plane. Till now, cnidarians exhibit radially symmetry. From now, these platyhelminthes exhibit a property that is called as bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry, triploblastic as well as organ level of organization. Special property which is exhibited by Platyhelminthes is nothing but they are acoelomates. That is, body cavity is absent for them. Acoelomates. Acoelomates. So they exhibit a special property. Acoelomates means body cavity is absent. Which phylum exhibit acoelom, which are called as acoelomates? It is nothing but only one phyla, that is nothing but Platyhelminthes. Now we will come to special properties. This all we have done. Triploblastic, organ level, bilaterally symmetry, as well as acoelomates, as well as they are also called as flatworms. This everything is done. Next, important properties. Important properties is nothing but hooks and suckers are present for them. Hooks and suckers are present in parasitic forms. Hooks and suckers means nothing but they are useful for capture of the prey. They are acting as a defense system for the body. So hooks and suckers are present in the parasitic forms. Means they will survive on other organisms, parasites. So these also act as parasites as well as because of hooks and suckers are present. Another important point is they absorb all the nutrients through their body surface itself. So they absorb nutrients from body surface. Another important point is Flame cells are present. Flame cells means nothing but they play an important role in flame cells. Like for how earthworms, nephridia are present, I already told you. For cockroaches, how malphigian tubules are present as excretory organs. Like that for platyhelminthes also, flame cells are present, which play a very important role in osmoregulation and excretion. Osmoregulation, platyhelminthes, osmoregulation as well as excretion. So flame cells play an important role in osmoregulation and excretion. So these are the three important points which you should, main features which are distinct from that of another organisms is nothing but hooks and suckers are present. Next, they absorb nutrients from their body surface, as well as flame cells are present which play an important role in osmoregulation and excretion. So that is the important point. Next, when we come to fertilization. Fertilization till now, except for Ctenophora, all exhibit internal fertilization only. So platyhelminthes also exhibit fertilization is nothing but internal fertilization, as well as sexes are not separate, that is these are also hermaphrodites only, and development is indirect development, that is numerous larval stages it will undergo, and finally it exhibits a property called as numerous larval stages are present. If larval stages are absent, they are called as direct development. If larval stages is present, it is called as indirect development. So important points are these that are related to platyhelminthes. Now, most common examples are nothing but tapeworm, Taenia. Scientific name of tapeworm is nothing but Taenia. Another main thing is nothing but liver fluke. So flukes as well as tapeworms will come under platyhelminthes. Roundworms won't come under platyhelminthes. Roundworms will come under Aschelminthes. But under platyhelminthes it is nothing but liver fluke as well as Taenia. Taenia means nothing but it is tapeworm. When it comes to another one is liver fluke. So I'll show you the structure of Taenia as well as liver fluke. They are called as flatworms because their body surface is flat. I'll just revise, they are also called as flatworms. Triploblastic, from here all organisms are triploblastic. Next, whatever phyla we deal. Next, they exhibit organ level bilaterally symmetry. Acoelomates. Acoelomates means coelom or body cavity is absent in them. Three specific features that are nothing but hooks and suckers are present. They absorb nutrients from their body surface. Flame cells play an important role in osmoregulation and excretion. What are the cells? Flame cells are present in, important neat question, in the platyhelminthes, that is tapeworm and liver fluke. Only two examples. Next, fertilization is internal fertilization as well as development is indirect development. So these are the indirect development, internal fertilization. Examples are nothing but Taenia tapeworm as well as liver fluke. I'll just draw the diagram that is related to. So this is Taenia. They are flat worms only. They exhibit flat nature. This is nothing but Taenia, tapeworm. Still so many blocks will be there for them. Tinea tapeworm, a big one. Next, liver fluke. This is nothing but liver fluke. This is tapeworm, Tinea tapeworm. This is liver fluke. You should be able to identify the diagram that is related to which phyla and all. Before I have drawn the sponges, means I have drawn like this, a sponge in fibers and all are present. When it comes to ciliated comb plates, that is Ctenophora, I have drawn ciliated comb plates. So you are able to identify. When it comes to Cnidarians, I have drawn polyp, sessile and cylindrical form as well as umbrella shape. They are all called as corals. So that we have done. So you are able to identify the three phyla. So in the fourth phylum also, this is Tinea is tapeworm and this is liver fluke. They both will come under Platyhelminthes. So next class we are going to deal about Ace clementhus, that is nothing but roundworms. Later we are going to deal about Annelida. These animal kingdom will take numerous classes for you to understand. So come thorough reading for the next class. It will be very easy for you.